zone as he comes in fourth in touchdown receptions.
It's the Steelers and the Ravens coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Brandon Garden alongside Charles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's... Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year, with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. This defense for the Steelers, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Here comes the seventh play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Wilkinson. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are caught.
And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves,
and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep.
Now they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
That's about what you would expect, since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, they started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up with a very good clip.
1st down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson. That's caught. It's Brian Edwards. Down inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards, the final tally. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Now here's Pollard. And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Tony Pollard with career touchdown number 70. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays. They also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They go play action here on first down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
They go back to Pollard on second down. They needed him 11 yards and a first down. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing. And that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he can make anything happen.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Steelers have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Pollard going to try the right side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
David Ajabo charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
Oh, a heck of a move. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they're...
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. He sets to fire deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On 2nd down, Wilkinson. Room here to run. And now off to the races, down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point now by Boswell. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Jackson on 1st down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.
Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Steelers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Throwing again on second down. Jackson.
And he'll go right back to Andrews.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. Again, Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
From the 29, Jackson.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16.
Jackson to Bateman there, first down Ravens.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held him to 7. If he made 1 more play, could have had our shutout.
138 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll set up to throw. He's got him in. Complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved in offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. From 19 yards away.
And the Steelers extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Takes it at the 7.
Now a hit and a loose football. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues. As well for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Takes it at the 7.
Well, now how about this return?
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner, and one side a really nice win in the